Hi, this is Brian from CEO Mastery, home of the Big Six business operating system. I'm here in Palm Springs staying at a friend's place and on a golf course. You can see the summer is beat the hell out of the grass, but it's coming back. And it's always nice out here in Palm Springs, very relaxing. And I met with a client this afternoon, and we were talking about his great business that I'm helping him with, which is growing. It's actually a staffing company. It's growing 30% a year. He's got a secret sauce. I can't share it, but the guy's on fire and just doing really well, on pace to be 100 million and 2 or 3 million in 2 or 3 years, 100 million in revenue. So doing great. And we were talking about him getting into a different business and similar staffing, but a higher level. And so the payroll would be higher, and therefore the percent that staffing companies make would be the same, but it would generate more dollars. And we talked about the pros and cons of getting into a different business. Now, this one's pretty close, but I'm reminded of that great book, Profit from the Core by Chris Zook, Z-O-O-K, one of my favorite names and favorite books. And it's all about once you go into a business that's not exactly your core business, you're starting to go into dangerous territory. The farther you are from the core, the more dangerous it is. Why? Because business is hard. It takes a long time to really understand it and understand the nuances and get good at it and build the relationships. And there's so much competition. You kind of have to be a single sport player in order to really succeed. And so when you go into something different, you're going to enter into a lot of unknowns. Now, these are called adjacencies. If your adjacency is right next to it, like he wants to do another staffing company, that is pretty close. I mean, if he wanted to open up an ice cream shop in Chile or in Argentina, that would be a huge adjacency. Okay, we get it. But this one is kind of subtle and yet still dangerous. He wants to start it with his cousin, who's a great guy, but there's no secret sauce available, no magic system to get the kind of growth that he's getting in his other business. And so he's just kind of pounding it out with everybody else. The problem with going into another business is you get distracted. And if the new business doesn't work out and has problems, as often they do, you start spending more time. Plus you start spending more money, taking money out of the kitty. Next thing you know, you haven't really noticed it, but things aren't going well with your original business. You're not on it 100%. And then you go back and you try to fix the original one, but it needs cash and you're out of cash. And now the whole thing comes down at worst. Not necessarily always, but I do have a client who did that. Very good business, doing about 5 million, growing nicely, could turn it into something really substantial. Started 2 other businesses, got very distracted, poured a lot of time and money. The first business not doing so well suddenly, no cash left, and now living on fumes. So think very carefully about moving away from your core business and know, like the book says, there is more profit in your core than you think. Get in there, dig in, find other ways to grow and make money in what you know all about and you've been learning about and becoming proficient in for the last 10, 20 years. I hope this message is helpful and have a wonderful week. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, forward it to a friend, and subscribe. So when I come up with my next video, typically every week, you'll be alerted. Spread the word. Thank you.